There we go. Okay, made some major adjustments to my stream here in the last few hours. Actually, I made my face bigger. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. I'm your host Sakari on this, the 24th day of February 2015. It is a Tuesday, which means it's raid night for me. I'm actually on a little bit early tonight because I wanted to make sure to get some good information out there. Sort of before we begin, just some things that I have coming up in the show here over the next little bit. Make sure I get my sticky note up here. First thing I wanted to do, first things first, is thank L Ninja, with a bunch of X's in his name, for giving me a sort of a stealth follow at 3 o'clock today, or 3:30 maybe, somewhere around the 3 o'clock hour. Ninja, I'm just going to call you Ninja if that's okay. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate the follow. I'm glad that you're a part of the Inner Sanctum. My plan for the show is for it to be more than just your average stream. Anybody can play a game, and anybody can get involved and sort of have everything they're doing out there online. Generate a bunch of followers and have everybody sort of play the part of following along and liking things. What I want to do with this show is actually publish some content that is helpful to people. So I am working currently on a March schedule that will have a lot of different things in it that I think will be very helpful sort of to a new player, especially to lobies and but there will be some good higher level discussion thrown in there, and I am hoping to generate not only just a following on the stream, but also a bit of a following online, and see if we can get some discussion started and some various different things. So content coming up for the month of March, and I'm still gonna publish a calendar and see if I can figure out when I want to get everything fit in. But currently I'm leveling my sorcerer and exploring the 3.0 discipline system from a leveling perspective. I've experienced it plenty from endgame now, but I would like to get in there as a lobby and see what comes when things open up, and how things are, sort of come up as you go. And so I'm doing that. Right now he's in mid-20s, just managed to make it to Nar Shaddaa, so there'll be a lot of that on the schedule for March, but I don't want you to just watch all leveling. There is going to be, I think at some point, I may start the quest for Lore Master, which is all of the lore collected in the game, I believe, so far to get that title, and that's a lot of work. And so we're going to be spending some time doing that and sort of streaming the journey to Lore Master. I want to do some more PvP analysis, PvP 101, sort of what are the general tactics, general good ideas to bear in mind as a sort of as a regs player as you're going in the different brackets. Not only leveling, but also in regs 50 or 60, sorry. I'm still I guess stuck in yesteryear. But also I'd like to do some questing for Datacrons. What is it, maybe a couple 3 planets stream, what does the Datacron quest look like? I'd like to do a show on exploring the UI. What is it about that makes a good UI? What are we looking for in arranging our elements on our user interface that make it most conducive to what it is that we're trying to do? And I know that everybody sort of gets what they want to get together, but I think it would be fun to have a discussion about what is it that different people are looking for and why. So that's going to be on for March. What is it like to gear while leveling the way that a sort of an endgamer does? I think that would be helpful. So, because I know that one thing you can do is just stack greens as you go. Green, upgrade your greens, and that's absolutely legitimate. I think it works very well for 12 times XP sort of thing. But for those who, the way to do it is mods and armorings and enhancements, and so we'll talk about that, I think, a little bit. I'd like to do a show on that. End game stats, once you get to the end game, what are the stats that start to matter and why? I think that would be a helpful discussion to have. Once you're through the story, what do you do? What's next? Once you get through your player story, you're at level 50 and thereabouts, and so Ilum, Makeb, Rishi, Yavin 4. What happens? In what order? Who do you talk to? I think that would be a good stream to do. I'd like to explore Conquest a little more. I'd like to talk about what unlocks I want to do as far as the legacy system goes as I level up in legacy. So just a lot of different things. I'd like to take a look at Star Parse. So, and how that works and what it looks like to use that and what are the different stats and how all of that works. So I have a stack of stuff that I'm trying to get to, that I'd like to get to. I don't know that I'm going to fit it all into March. But maybe March, April, maybe even the end of May, I've got a stack of content planned, stuff that I'm hoping will be actually useful and helpful to the SWTOR community. So absolutely, jump in, follow if you can. I would appreciate it. Let me go ahead and put this up. Social media. Catch me on social media. Facebook.com/Zakari. Let me kind of practice this. That right there. Jump on Facebook and like that page, because all of the information that I do about this show and about its content is going to be published on that. Right from the schedule all the way to the actual work and the different, streams that we do on all of that different content. So I'm going to make sure it's on there. I am Zakari on Twitter is a place I hang out a lot, just hanging out in the hashtag SWTOR family that Madmar started. I enjoy being a part of that community. It's fun to chat and hang out with people, and throughout the week, even when I'm not actually playing the game, although I do tweet out while I do play the game. So I enjoy being, just a part of that community. So follow me on Twitter. Absolutely. I would enjoy speaking with you and meeting you and hearing your ideas about the show. And absolutely send me input. I think it would be great to have some input for some different things that we're going to be doing. And, I think the more feedback I get, the better, especially with some of the discussion type stuff like in-game stats. I think it would be good to get some good discussion going on there. This one here, email me. I want your screenshots. I want your YouTube videos. I want all kinds of sound bites. Any kind of thing that you have that you think would be good to put on a show like this, I want those. So send me those. And this screen right here, this little four corner thing, I'll put it on there, and we'll talk about it. I'm very interested in the different things. And if you want to feature on the show, that's the way to do it. I do want to make this known as well. I'm not going to be doing this tonight since I'm raiding, and it would be kind of detrimental to the show. But one of the things I'm going to be doing is kind of doing this in a talk show format, kind of like SWTOR Radio is kind of my idea. So we are going to be, I'm going to be hosting a Mumble, I already host a Mumble server for my guild, Vindictive, on the Bastion, but that's all of the information that you need to be able to log into it. And there is a channel on there called Stream Waiting Room, and for all of these different shows that I do, and it'll just be on the certain nights that we're doing it. Absolutely not on raid nights. I want to make sure to make that clear. But when we do these shows, like for instance when we're talking about exploring the UI, or when we're talking about questing for Datacrons, or exploring Conquest and all those different things, we're going to do that as a talk show. And my plan for that is to have everyone join the Stream Waiting Room. I'm going to be sort of like on the air room, and we're going to do it like a talk show. I'll bring one person across, hear what you have to say, and you'll be on the air with me. I think it'll be fun to do. So we'll hang out together, we'll hear what you have to say, we'll chill. I think it's going to be a blast. So we're going to have a busy March, we're going to have a busy April, I'm pretty sure. And I still have to publish the calendar for that. So absolutely get on that Facebook page. Again, the Facebook page is facebook.com/Zakari, and all of my The Inner Sanctum type show notes are going to go onto that. So that's the place to do it. And then all of the highlights that I export as well will go to that Google, YouTube feed as well. So I'm going to be tanking tonight. We are going to be bashing our heads against the Underlurker for, I think, the 4th week in a row. It's been kind of strenuous. We have been busting our tails on it. I don't know that our DPS is high enough yet, so we may have another night filled with getting on the Underlurker. But I do want to just let everyone know, on my Sundays and on my Tuesdays, those are my raid nights. I usually stream a little later at 10:30. Tonight I'm on just a little earlier to get some information out about my plans for March and April. But once on Sundays and on Tuesdays I am raiding, and so I am a tank. And if you've ever tanked before in raid, you understand that you have got to pay attention, or else your guildies are angry at you, and I don't want my guildies angry at me. So I will be interacting just a little bit, you know, on the pauses as we're chilling out with the, you know, between fights, or as everybody goes to take a break. But that's sort of the plan for tonight. I don't know if we're gonna get there on the Underlurker tonight, but we will see. I think we've got at least the first 2 bosses on farm, so that's the plan. Hang with me, and we will see what we can make of the night.